They put on a uniform, they belong to something, all those anxieties of modern life. Fascism solves that.
You've probably heard the word fascist before, but do you actually know what it means?
The idea that you need to mobilize the masses in order to support a dictatorship, the idea that people voluntarily reject democracy for dictatorship, is the unique characteristic of fascism.
Fascism as a political movement started in Italy after World War I. Italy had won the war, but it didn't feel like a victory.
Italy had been promised territorial concessions. Those promises are not fulfilled, so there's a sense of resentment towards the international community. And then 2.5 million demobilized soldiers come back to a nation in economic crisis.
Into this crisis stepped Benito Mussolini. A former socialist turned radical nationalist, he saw an opportunity.
He stands on a soapbox in March 1919, and he says that the new category for the nation, the new people in charge of the nation, should be soldiers and workers. And he declares that day the founding of the first fascist fighting squads.
He drew support from veterans, nationalists, as well as factory owners and landowners afraid of a socialist revolution. Paramilitary squads known as Blackshirts emerged and used violence to attack political opponents. But fascism doesn't hold power through violence alone.
There's fear in fascism. There's certainly secret police and concentration camps. It doesn't believe in due process, but there's also a lot of stuff being given to people to make them support the regime. You got healthcare, you got social programs, you got summer camps for kids.
In Germany, Hitler watched and took notes.
Mussolini's Italy and the success in Italy of the fascist movement was a model for Hitler.
Fascism isn't just a political ideology. It is a vision for how society should be organized.
Fascism also has gender ideology that depends on a kind of hyper-masculine warrior that is going to go out in the world and protect the nation state. Women will protect the home, raise children for this national project of greatness.
Another key element of fascism, an enemy. For Mussolini, socialists and communists were destroying the nation. As his alliance with Hitler deepened, Italian fascism adopted Nazi-style anti-Semitic policies and propaganda. But the internal enemy alone is not enough. Fascist regimes tend to push toward expansion and war.
You have to keep people in a state of mobilization. You have to keep saying that there's that enemy. Otherwise, they begin to look at the cracks in the whole system.
After the end of World War II in 1945, fascism didn't disappear. The ideas survived in the form of neo-fascism.
They mobilize the symbols, the memory, the songs. So contemporary neo-Nazism is very much embedded in anti-immigrant and pro-white politics.
So what do people get wrong about fascism?
It gets thrown around as an insult towards anyone who is authoritarian, when in fact fascism is a very specific political ideology born in Italy under Mussolini.